real quickly, Ruby Soso came out with Soraya and Tony. They're the outcasts now. And of course, Ruby wins. Instead of painting Willow, they were going to put her leg in a chair and break it. This kind of angles the girls are doing. They wonder why the guys' angles can't get over, because they're trying to break each other's legs over in the women's division. But before they could break the leg, here came Blue Sky and Riho. And they hit the ring, and guess what happened, Brian? The heels cut them off and kicked the shit out of them too. And I was so happy to see that. Because Riho didn't have her lead pipe. Apparently, it was confiscated over at the gate at the airport.
The Blade took it to help the butcher.
Well, no, Riho carries a 4-foot-long
I know.
imitation lead pipe. The police baton looked legitimate, but it was only about 18 inches and black. All right, so anyway, the heels are kicking the shit out of Riho and Blue Sky, and Willow's still down there somewhere. And they grabbed Riho, and they were about to paint her, and then Jamie Hayter music played. This the 7th girl to join this slumber party, and she hit the ring, and for 20 seconds, Jamie Hayter was the most exciting wrestler on the planet. It looked stiff too, but she kicked a shit out of all 3 of these heels, and they bailed out. And it looked, like I said, it looked great. And then apparently out of all of this, okay, now let me just recap. Ruby Soso beats Willow in a heelish manner, and then they go to break her leg, Ruby and Soraya and Tony. So Willow could be mad at all 3 of them, right? But here comes Blue Sky and Riho to make the save. So Blue Sky and Riho are obviously on Willow's side, and they're mad at Ruby and Soraya and Tony. But when Hayter comes out, she kicks the shit out of Ruby and Soraya and Tony, so she should be on the side of Blue Sky and Riho and Willow, right? Right?
You would think.
Guess what match we're getting next week on TV?
I saw the graphic.
Jamie Hayter versus Riho. What? So Hayter sticks her hand out and Riho accepts it. And then Riho stands there and makes the belt sign around her waist. She can actually put both of her hands on her hips, and she's touching her thumbs and fingers around her waist. She's 1 foot shorter and 60 pounds lighter than Jamie Hayter, and that's not making Jamie Hayter out to be fucking Nicole Bass. And that's the match that we get on TV after all of these multiple fucking angles.
And you know what the problem is? Jamie Hayter ran out there. The crowd went crazy for her. She looked great in there. Look, the crowd is what made her. That's what turned her. Even though the turn was botched, she should have turned on Britt, and they should have gone with her as a babyface and not worried about all this outcast fake NWO crap. But she runs out there, super over, saves Riho, who just got her ass kicked, and rightly so by the heels. Now she's going to go have a competitive match, and it'll go like 12 minutes with her. That's the problem.
Yes, and that little ungrateful bitch, Riho.
But don't call her that.
Well, what am I supposed to think when she was about to be painted green, and suddenly this girl comes out and runs her attackers off, and the first thing she does is, well, not say, hey, thank you for saving my ass, but I want your belt.
Well, she didn't say anything. The matchmaker did something.
No, Riho is standing there going, the belt around the waist, the universal symbol that Vince McMahon despises.
Oh, I stopped watching by that point. I didn't see that. Okay.
She's standing there looking at Jamie Hayter going, belt around waist movement with hand. Vince would fire her on the spot for that. He hates that. Oh, fuck.
Really?
That's why you'd never see anybody up there do it, or very rarely.
So you can't. So it's not just that you can't say belt, you can't even mime a belt.
I don't even like that anymore. It's so overdone and it was so out of place here. And it looked like It looked like Riho had just learned sign language and was like, please, may I have water? You know, I don't, what the fuck. Anyway,